Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. How is everybody this morning? It's 12:50 a.m. on Tuesday. I go back to work tonight. I'm all right with that. I'm ready to go back. But while I was taking my nap today, no comment there. I was up very early in the morning doing stuff. The news went on while I was asleep. Did he? Did he do it? Didn't he do it? Yo, did he? Did he? Did he who? Did he do? Did he do what? Who are you talking about? I'm talking about Diddy. Diddy? Diddy got arrested. Diddy got arrested for he's going to be charged with X trafficking. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I don't give a shit what he's charged with because I saw the video of him pulling that woman Cassie, beating the hell out of her at an elevator in a hotel, and then pulling her as if she had no connection to the world, as if she didn't have parents that loved her, grandparents that loved her.
Disturbing new video appears to support
siblings, people that saw that video, and it broke their heart. It broke them because this motherfucker had absolutely no regard in whatsoever for another person who has a family that loves them. I always think when I see these crimes, I think, how would you feel if your grandmother saw you in that condition? If your grandmother or your mother or your little sister or whomever, if they saw you getting beaten up, getting hurt, how would that make you feel? As I said before, the woman was leaving. That's all she was doing was leaving. And that MF ran down the hallway in a towel because he couldn't handle being left by somebody. She wasn't causing any trouble. She just wanted to leave, and he couldn't handle it. His delicate, fragile, fucked up ego. Pathetic piece of shit. These people like Diddy, they don't have to be celebrities. They're just fucking monsters. And they are in the poorest communities, in the richest communities. It is what is inbred in them. Sometimes when people get more money, they feel like they have more entitlement. You don't. You don't have any more entitlement. You are still a human being walking around in this world with other human beings. And you stay in your fucking lane. That's what you do. You don't put hands on people. If somebody wants to leave, you let them leave. You don't force somebody to stay with you. First of all, who wants somebody to be with them if they don't want to be with them? Like, I wouldn't want anybody to be with me if they didn't want to be with me. That's one reason. Another reason is if somebody doesn't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you. Let them go. Leave them alone. Give them their space. Give them their autonomy. You can't take shit from people and try to make them who you think you want them to be. And then ultimately they be that without any kind of recourse. You're getting your recourse now. You should have enough inside of you that if somebody wants to leave, it doesn't fucking break you or turn you into some maniacal moron like it did Diddy, who apparently doesn't like to be left because he's so fucking insecure. That's what is going on with people that feel like they have to put hands on or pay for or manipulate any situation to keep somebody there. They're fucking insecure, puny little pricks, basically. Women too, if it applies. I have no problem with what they do to Diddy after what I saw him do to Cassie. I don't give a fuck what happens to the guy. He's a monster. That is a monster in a mogul's body. People are saying he's an entrepreneur. He's self-made. He's a self-made piece of shit that does not make society a better place. He might throw money at shit, but look at all the damage he caused to that one woman. If you just go by that one woman, her life is never going to be the same. Her parents, if they witness that, their life is not, you can't unsee and unfeel that in your heart. You just can't. So I don't really give a fuck what happens to Diddy, but we're going to stay on it. And I throw the book at him. Anything you could get that piece of shit on, throw the book at him, take all of his money from him, and give it to DV survivors, real victims. Please, please, that's what we should do. That's what we should do. Talking about money, 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 money. Guys, did you hear about this? The latest. The charming Wade Wilson and his co-partner, his Bonnie to his Clyde, the woman that's his ride or die, and it's not. It is not Kiosk Kristen. It was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be. But then she ended up getting in trouble herself. And also, I think she probably had enough shit in her own life. You know, maybe she wasn't on her best behavior, as we already know this. So maybe she couldn't keep her eyes on the ball. Maybe, just maybe, Wade Wilson didn't trust her. So we have Jessie. Jessie's Marie. And guess what? Shout out to YouTube Streets. Look at what they did. They connected the dots. YouTube Streets. They had a GoFundMe. It was supposed to be for certain things. I heard, you know what I heard? Let me tell you what I heard. I want to tell you what I heard. She's moving close to Wade. She's gonna buy a place. You think she's gonna use that money? You think she's gonna use the money that's supposed to be used to help Wade with his appeal? There was money that was sent for Wade to wear a suit, apparently, in court. And in the meantime, another organization spent their money and time, went to Salvation Army, and got the suits for Wade and gave them to Alexis. The fuck is that? Her voice is so familiar. She sounds like Kiosk Kristen, if you ask me. Anyway. She took the suits in every day for Wade to wear, according to Wade's papa, Steve. And I trust Steve. I don't think he's out to his son. So I think I got this from Lil Plunger 420 on TikTok.
Opinion that anybody on this panel that donated money, you go ask for a refund, and I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. She can
it
pay
goes
for
straight to
I'm telling
Jesse's
you.
bank account. Once you realize it went right to Jesse's bank account, there should be your answer.
Well, they've told us all along. Marion was someone associated with the family, and you heard his dad. That's nobody.
There's Steve right there. Hold on, Steve's in the box. Everyone
The
relax.
fact that they said, oh, we asked and they didn't want the suits. Bullshit. They did want the fucking
They
suits.
absolutely did. All right, Courtney, Steve's back.
Olivia said that I know, I
Tell me the fucking
accepted
name.
him. Olivia said she donated for the clothes. Someone else came in here earlier and said that they donated for that as well. Steve, go ahead.
Everybody mute yourself and let Steve talk for a second, because I hear echoing back.
Listen.
Okay, Steve.
Yeah, it's breaking up really bad.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
A little bit.
And I'm telling you, the two of them came up with this plan, and that was it. We're going to get this money. We're not going to tell nobody we're together. We're going to make all these other people think they got a shot. So they donate. If you want to donate, that's fine, but do it legitimately, because this has not been legitimately, in my opinion.
You're right. I agree with you. None of us knew it was attached to Jesse's account till right now.
Yeah, no, I get it. I found that out just recently as well.
It was just that they were referencing that Marion Worth as the woman that you referenced in your interview that bought him the suits for court. So they've used all this to tie everything together very easily. You're there. You're just breaking up pretty bad.
What I said
I was just letting you know that's where they got the hook
Oh,
for that.
sorry.
Where Jesse got the hook.
Okay, well, I get it, but what I said in that interview was there
Right.
who helps homeless youth, helps drug addicts, and he's the one. I've never met him, don't even know his name, but his adoptive family, they have been in touch with this gentleman, and him and his wife, they have an outreach to help kids on the street, youth on the street, people on the street. And that guy went to Goodwill and he bought those suits and he mailed them to what's her name? Alexis, or I don't even know what her real name is. The one that was in court. He mailed them to her and she brought them to court every day. I never said anything about a Marion Worth. I don't know who the hell that is.
That's just how they.
Again, shout out to Lil Plunger 420 on TikTok, guys. I think he's very hurt by what his son did, but I think that Steve has crossed over to the good side. I think that he did some bad things. I think he's learned. I think that he's trying to live a better life, and I think that he leads by example now. He has told people, do not donate money to this. This is a fraud. This is a scam. And his son, guilty. His son confessed to him. How would Wade Wilson be able to tell the future by where Diane Ruiz's body was if he didn't place it there? ESP, then he could figure himself out of fucking jail and prison, right? So they're being called out. They're being scrutinized. And Wade Wilson, I think Wade Wilson is going to get it real good in prison. But I think Marie or Jesse or whoever the fuck, his ride or die, she's going to get it even better outside of prison. You know what I'm saying? Because people are going to sue her. That money that she made, that she's going to fight with Wade over, that money is now going to go to a lawyer. There's going to be federal charges because it's on the internet, and there were people sending all over the world for one purpose. She said what that money was for. She laid out what that money was for. And then they come to find out that ain't what that money's for. So, guys, this is some stuff that we're going to dip into. As you know, no excuses, but I'm one person, and I'm covering a lot of stuff, and I'm going back to work. So I might be a day late on some things. I'm simply doing the best I can. I'm sharing stuff from my scared vision. I'm sharing stuff from my point of view, my vision, what I think is going on. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. If I'm ever wrong, I always say it. But I never say, see, I told you so. I was right. A little bit, not much. Guys, we're still on the Matty Soto case. We got a lot of stuff coming up, guys. Lots of stuff coming up. Thank you as always. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Please be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always be kind.